Is the Chansey research in Pokemon Go going to be worth $1? Let's check out all of that, and where does Blissey sit with Wild Charge in Pokemon Go, and what do we do with this Pokemon? So welcome to the Trainer Club, here we go! Chansey Comm Day. Good luck, everyone. If you want to see all the tips to help break down this event, check it out up here. Just a reminder, make sure to stack up on 12 12-kilometer eggs because the bonus is going to be 1/4 egg hatch distance, which is going to be something that is going to serve you. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can get Happinies around there. And just a reminder, Happiny 100% IV is going to be 212 coming out of those eggs. So if you guys are checking this video out after Comm Day and you want to see anything about Blissey, please check the timestamps and skip over it. And just as a reminder, at trainerclub.shop, you guys can purchase some LA merch, and I have the camo throwback merch as well, so check that out. Make sure to grab yours today because I don't know if I'm going to be bringing back those camo designs, and they all look extremely sharp. And you guys see them in my video. I see you guys comment about them, so now's the time to grab one of those. With that said, what are we going to do with this research? Let's check out the research. Is it going to be worth $1? I don't know. You let me know. Let's find out. And the Chansey research is going to be as follows. Make 5 nice throws for 15 Pokeballs. Catch 15 Chansey for a Chansey encounter. Power up a Pokemon 10 times for 20 Chansey candy. We're going to get 3,000 stars of Chansey encounter and an incense in stage 2. Transfer 10 Pokemon for 10 pineapple berries. Catch 15 Pokemon for a Chansey encounter. Evolve 1 Chansey for 30 Chansey candy for 4,500 XP, a Chansey encounter, and a regular incubator in the usage of 1. Make 3 great curveball throws for 15 great balls. Catch 15 Chansey for a Chansey encounter. Evolve 3 Chanseys for 50 Chansey candy, but you should be getting more than enough of that. For 4,500 Stardust, you're going to get a Blissey encounter and a Rocket Radar. Then you're going to claim a reward 3 times for 15 Ultra Balls, a Chansey encounter, 2 Silver Pineapple Berries for 5,500 XP, a Blissey encounter, and 3 rare candy. So as I always say, the $1 research is going to give you premium items that are going to be worth the dollar, and then you get additional encounters, and it makes your experience a little bit better. So I always choose to do it. It's $1. It makes sense to me, but if you don't, let me know in the comments below why not, because you don't even need it to play this game. It doesn't really actually matter. So with that said, also just a reminder, catch 3 Chanseys can give you a Chansey encounter, and since Chansey is an extremely high stamina Pokemon, which doesn't weigh into the CP as much, 537 is the 100% IV, but 537 can also be a 98% IV for this Chansey. So just be cautious. If you see 537, it doesn't guarantee that it's a hundo because of this. Another Pokemon that has the same exact thing happen is Magikarp. Just based on the CP level and its stat distribution, that can happen. But not only can you get the Chansey encounter, you can also get 5 Great Balls, 2 Ultra Balls, 2 Pineapple Berries, or 500 Stardust. Hopefully you guys are getting the Great Balls, the Ultra Balls, and the Chansey encounters, because who needs Pineapple Berries at this day? Make sure to do your Megas, and Blissey 100% IV is going to be 1182 coming out of that research. So with that said, what do we actually do with Chansey, Happiny, Blissey, and Pokemon Go? Well, if you hatch a 100% IV Happiny, and whatever that is for you, I would suggest not evolving it, because that is a baby Pokemon. It is inherently rarer because it does not spawn. You cannot find it in raids. You cannot get it in research. The only way you can get these baby Pokemon is hatching them, which makes them inherently rarer Pokemon. Whether or not you're going to use them or not is one thing, but if you don't care about rare Pokemon at all and you just want to go for it, then just go for it, evolve it, and have it like that. Me personally, I think it would be kind of cute to power up one of these Happinies, so eventually I do plan to power up my 100% IV Happiny and drop it in gyms just as a troll, because it's going to be a little bit beefier than people are going to expect. Like, oh wow, look at that little baby Pokemon. And like, wow, it's really hard to take down. So that is one of my plans. Number 2, Chansey and Blissey are extremely strong stamina Pokemon, which means they can last quite a while, and they are, I wouldn't say challenging, but annoying to fight in gyms. So if you have an extremely powered up Chansey and Blissey and you put them into gyms, for me personally, if I have them in a time crunch and I don't have a lot of time to just sit there and try to battle Pokemon, I'm like, ah, man, there's a full powered Blissey. All its heart health is up there. I am just going to skip over it. So that is a very good strategy in that. And the Blissey is going to be getting Wild Charge, which is going to be the Pokemon recommended moveset. As far as Blissey goes, what is its function in battles? Well, unfortunately, it's not good in battles. It's just not good at all. It's an extremely stamina-based Pokemon. It doesn't have enough power to be able to do any damage. However, the one thing I do like about it, let's say that we are doing non-remote raids. Let's say we're doing Shadow Legendary raids, and you have a party where you're like, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to beat it. We have 5 people in the party, but we're gonna drive away from this and go to the next raid. And if you guys didn't know, or maybe you do, but I'm just gonna refresh, that if you drive outside of the radius of the gym, and it's usually about 80 to 100-ish meters away from that gym, and all your Pokemon die out, and you click rejoin, it's going to try to ping the GPS location of that gym, and if you are not close enough to that gym, it's gonna kick you out of that raid. So, one strategy for that is putting a Blissey at the very last Pokemon in that if you're driving away and having that there, okay? So that is a strategy strategy that does work from time to time. The best way to know is that you already are taking down this Pokemon virtually at the same time, but if you need one anchor because you're going with a little bit more higher power Pokemon, or the Pokemon has outrage and you're planning to die out, and maybe not everybody's driving to the next raid, because if everybody died out and you drove to the next raid, then everybody would fail and you'd have to go back and complete that raid. But for that scenario, it does work if you're trying to skip from gym to gym and it's an in-person raid only, or you join from an in-person and you don't want to get kicked out. But for number 2, as far as PvP goes, in Great League, Chansey is going to be ranked 395 with Zen Headbutt, Hyper Beam, and Psychic. And this one is actually a level 50 Pokemon all the way maxed out to the top, because Chansey does not go over 1500. It actually maxes out at level 50, 14, 18. So if you do plan to use it in the Great League, you can actually best buddy it and get it all the way to level 51. It still sits below 1500. Okay, so with that said, how about Blissey? While the moveset of Zen Headbutt, Wild Charge, and Psychic are the recommended moveset, unfortunately it's going to be ranked 672 in the Great League, 438 in the Ultra League, and 407 in the Master League. But if you guys do want the IVs for the optimal ones, it's a 0, 15, 3 for the Great League and 0, 15, 14 for the Ultra League. So if you guys are looking at either of those positions, you're like, hey, maybe I'll just grab this Pokemon just to have, well, there you have it. So if you do ever want to have an extremely beefy, bulky Pokemon put into GBL, which is extremely annoying to play against and not the most fun Pokemon to play with, but it is very tanky, you guys now have the optimal IVs. So it is not the best ranked, it doesn't do a ton of damage, but it is extremely tanky. So what is Blissey, Chansey, and Happiny good for? Happiny is good for the rares. Chansey and Blissey are great for gym defenders to put in there and to hold your spots. And having Psychic as a moveset on this Pokemon is very important, including Zen Headbutt, because when the fighting Pokemon come in to fight against it, it is going to be doing additional damage onto those Pokemon. And another thing I would recommend for you guys is to trade all of your Chanseys with somebody and do mirror trades. The reason being is because Chansey is a good gym defender. Same with Blissey. So what you can do is trade for them, and then you can power those Pokemon up to, let's just say, level 40, which makes them pretty viable, and have them at level 40 in those gyms, and that makes them extremely annoying for half the Stardust, and you have to waste a ton of Stardust on these Pokemon, and you can have 98% IVs, 100% IVs, 96% IVs. The IVs aren't really super important, but the Stardust savings and to be able to hold down gyms for a little bit longer, to get you more coins, to get the gyms gold, to be able to get those gyms to give you more items from spinning it, is a good strategy here. So that is all for the best of the best, including the research for Chansey and Pokemon Go. Good luck out there. Hopefully you guys get Shundo. So thank you all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes your support, subscription, participation, 2x level. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.